Hey there, my name is Storm. I'm a graphic designer and photographer. I'm going to show you how to make engaging Instagram stories that are professional and set you apart from the crowd. Now, a lot of people who post on Instagram don't realize the power of Instagram stories. Maybe it's because they haven't seen any really great ones, or they think it takes so much work in editing software. But the beauty of the tools we're going to see today from Canva and also Unfold, which is an app on your phone, are going to show you how to up your game. Now, both of these, I'm going to show you free options. In Canva, all of the templates we're going to use are going to be free, and in Unfold, there's free ones, but there are some more premium ones if you're willing to move up to the next level, and they're really cheap. First, I'm going to show you Canva.com. The beauty of Canva is they have pre-designed templates, completely editable. You can change the text, change the photos, pretty much move everything around just as you want it, so it can be uniquely yours. So let's hop on the computer, and I'll show you how to use it. So if you go to canva.com, I'm going to do Instagram story, and there it is right there. You're going to see all of the different templates they have. Now, something to note is if you see this icon on the bottom right that says free, that means that it's free to download. If you don't see that, you would need a premium subscription to Canva, which is pretty inexpensive, but if you're not looking to spend any money, go ahead with the free ones. There's a lot of good ones. So I have 3 different templates I want to show you. Let's go to the first one. So the first one here, it's got this one here with kind of this taped Polaroid with some text. And of course, you don't have to use all of these pages if you don't want to, but the beauty is it sets up all of these different pages for you automatically. Now I'm just going to delete a few because I don't need all of these. I want the ones that look the nicest. I like these 3. So let's go ahead and zoom in here using the bottom slider. And first up, what I want to change is this photo. The nice thing about Canva is they do have a completely free photo library. They have premium photos, but you can also use free photos. So if you go over here to photos, and let's say I wanted to search for city, you're going to see all these photos. Now a lot of these say pro, so if you go to the filters, scroll down, click free, apply, now you're going to see the free ones. So I'm going to go ahead and let's say that this story is about a trip to New York. So if you click and drag the photo into the frame, there we go, positions it for you, but you can double click to change the crop as well if you don't like exactly where it is. That looks pretty good for this example. If you did want to upload a photo, go to the left side, hit uploads, and click upload media, and then you'll do the same thing. But let's go down here and change the text. So we'll do NYC trip. Let's do 2021. Now I'm also going to change the size of the text here, so you can do that up here. I'm also going to change the font. There are premium ones here with this little icon, but there's tons of free ones. So let's just try out a few of them here and just see what they look like. Yeah, let's try that one. Maybe a bit smaller so it can fit inside the Polaroid here. That's cool. Okay. You can always rotate things using the rotate tool here. And then let's also go to these 3 dots and you'll get extra information. So you have effects, animate. Animate's really nice because if you want to use this for a story, you can have it just appear, or let's do that, the typewriter, just like I was looking for. And let's do effects because this is where you're going to have shadow and things like that. I think I'm going to go with echo. There we go. That looks pretty good. You can see the length of the story here. So if you press play, that'll play it. And this is for the length of the entire story, so keep that in mind. And this will end up saving as like a video file. So that's our first one down. Let's do this one here. Let's just change a couple more. It is pretty saturated for the one that we had, so the one up here is desaturated. I want to match that feel. Go to adjust, and we'll go to contrast. I can go up on the brightness. That looks more like it. Maybe a little more saturation. It looks pretty good. And then let's move on to this final one. We'll put had a great time. Let's change it to that font we have. So when you use one, it's going to automatically load to the top, which is really nice and convenient. Animate this one as well. Let's try, that typewriter's nice. Finally, I'll add a final photo. And if it doesn't go into the frame, you'll want to go back out, click on the image, and then drag it in, and it'll go into the frame. Additionally, you can always change the background, so I kind of like the color, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to change it to more of a gray. We can play it to preview, and that looks pretty cool. Okay, Now you can change the length of each page by hitting this time and change the timing. I like what we've got though. So let's go ahead and download this one. So I'll hit download, and you can change it to MP4 video or GIF. I would say just stick with video because that's the easiest to use on a story. And then you're going to download all your pages and hit download. And then it's going to go ahead and download those. While that's downloading, let's head to the next one I had to show you. Now this one's pretty interesting. This is just a one-pager, but I thought this was really unique. So this is a totally free design, but it has these editable text spots and an image you can put on a phone, and as well as a background. So let's kind of make this ours. I'm going to click on the background. I'm going to make that dark. Then we're going to change these elements. It's got a bunch of different colors in here. That looks good. Okay, so let's say we had a photo of, let's say it was like a portrait. And we'll go down here to free, so you can get free photos if you wanted to. Of course, you'll probably have your own, so you can put that in there. And then if you put text here, I can maybe say I'm promoting that I'm going to a certain place for a meetup, or even that I have a sale on portraits. I can put running a sale on portraits. Check out the link in my bio to get in on this deal, and then or visit my website. Now you can see that it's really uniquely ours. And you can also animate this stuff too. You can animate your text or the whole thing. So I really like the slide-in types, kind of like, oh, that's a little extra. Let's do this one. That one's really unique. You can play it to check it out. That's how to make stories using Canva. Now let's hop onto the phone and I'll show you how to use the app Unfold in order to step up your story game. Now this is great for stories, but also great for posts. But let's go ahead and hop into Unfold. And this is an app made by Squarespace, so they make some really cool, unique websites, make it really easy to make them. Additionally, they do have a premium membership, so all of these ones on the left side of each row are going to be the free ones, but once you pay for a membership, which is $2.99 a month, I believe, you get access to every single one. But the beauty about these is they're already formatted. Some of them have designs that fly in, are animated, so that's pretty nice. And you can just tap on them and edit the text and everything. You can kind of mix and match these different ideas. So we'll start with something like, I really like these film types, these vintage picture ideas, especially since they have the plastic and everything. So I'm gonna start with, I really like this one. So we're gonna use this template, and I'll add a photo. And then you can tap on this little star icon at the top left to change it, like adding filters or effects. That's pretty much it, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and download at the top right, and you'll want to hit story on the right side and then to device. And let's go ahead and go back. I wanted to add a couple more to this Instagram story, but I wanted it to be cohesive and kind of have this film feel. So that's one of them that was really nice, but I did see some others that were interesting, such as these up here. However, I am liking the real life feel. So let's go ahead and do something like this. And again, we'll choose an image. If you double tap it, it'll change the repeat size. So I'll download that, hit story to device. And then finally, let's do something with a real film feel on a film reel. So we'll go ahead and click on one of those. And this allows you to select multiple photos. So I selected 2 images here of the snow. There we go. Top right, hit download, story to device on the bottom left. And now we're done editing. So I'll show you how to post them to Instagram and give them a really unique feel. Now that we're on Instagram, go to the top right, tap on the plus icon inside the square. And we're gonna hit story on the bottom right. And then select our image, bottom left. And let's first do these animated ones. So we have this one here, NYC Trip 2021. And so you already made this animation, you already used these apps, and you have these templates. But at the top, tap on the stars. And this is really going to help you step it up even further. So if you want to draw the eye in, some of these are really extra, obviously, but let's find something that's a little more subtle. So something like this could be kind of cool. And as you tap on them, you can just preview them and see how it looks and what kind of vibe it gives you. But you can see this already has more movement and kind of gives it this 3D feel. This one's nice and subtle. I like this one. So let's go ahead and hit done. And of course, you can always add things like text. But we already added text before, so that's the beauty of that. If you go to sticker, you can hashtag or mention someone. So if you have someone who came with you, if you tap it once, it'll change it to black and white. And then on the bottom left, you'll hit your story, and that posts it to your story. So let's open it up, preview it. And this is what it looks like. So we have this one, which is really cool. So let's do story. Let's add this one here. I'm going to do the same thing with effects just because it really will add that interest. So here's what it looks like with no effects, but this really goes along with the theme. So let's hit done, your story at the bottom left. And finally, this is what we have. And you can always add music if you want, either through Instagram or using the app. And then if we just scroll along, and if you really like some of these, you can go to your page. You can add new under story highlight. And let's just go ahead and select today's story, and we'll call it NYC. And the beautiful thing about this is it'll stay on your page. So if you want to highlight some of these in your story and allow others to visit and watch it later than 24 hours, this is a great way to do it. So I'm hitting highlight, New York City. And now if we go over here, it's going to be saved here for as long as I want it. And that's a really good way to highlight something that you've made, but you don't want to let disappear. So when you're making stories, make sure they're engaging, make sure they kind of go together and flow. And this is just a really great way to step them up to the next level. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you did, I hope you can give me a good rating. Hopefully this helps you just kind of move those creative muscles and be able to get in a groove where you can make professional looking, unique looking stories. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.